What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we've got to talk about what is going on in the stock market because stocks are dropping again today. It's not looking good, right? Stocks are down big, especially small market cap stocks, but even large market cap stocks. I mean, we've got this market map right here, and it's absolutely horrific. Apple down 2.5%, Microsoft down 2.5%, Amazon down 2%, Tesla down 5%. Things aren't looking good for the stock market, especially when looking at the Russells. It looks like this thing is just dropping off of a cliff, and people are absolutely terrified about what's going on. And for good reason, right? It's really scary as a retail investor to be looking at your portfolio, and for months, if not years, it's moving up in a very steady way, up and up and up and up. And then all of a sudden, boom, it moves down 30, 40, 50% in the span of a couple of months, right? It just drops off a cliff and you seemingly lose all of that hard work, right? All of that stock picking that you've done in the past and you thought you had some real winners, and boom, all of it just dissipates over the course of a couple of months as the market absolutely gets demolished. And it's really sad to see. It certainly makes people feel very sad. It makes people feel very scared. And a lot of people, unfortunately, do end up selling out of the market when they see this kind of move. And I absolutely hate seeing that, right? It sucks that the market moves in that kind of way where the gains are somewhat steady, typically fairly slow over a longish period of time. And then the losses, you can see just how quick they are. I mean, over just a couple of months, you erase sometimes years worth of gains. If you look at what just happened in the market today, if you look at how low we got in the Russells, it is so close, it's almost touching the highs of 2018. I mean, look at this. The highs of 2018 to the point that we were at today in the Russells was only 1.82% lower, right? It's absolutely crazy to see that we almost were as low as we were in 2018 just earlier today, right? A lot of people are looking at their portfolios as if they're failures because they see the market moving down. And what people don't realize about when the market's moving down like this, oftentimes they don't realize it's been moving down in too significant of a way until it's towards the end, or at least until it's dropped very significantly. I mean, we didn't just start dropping in the market. If you look at the Russells, you can see we peaked back in November and we have been dropping ever since. Sure, there was a period of volatility here when everything was going on in Russia and Ukraine, but we have been on a fairly steady decline if you average it all out ever since November, all right? It's not like we just started dropping. It's not like you're selling even anywhere remotely close to the peak if you're if you're selling now, right? Because things have already moved down from where they were in November, down 27%. It's absolutely horrific. I mean, to be selling now, you're selling into a crash, right? You've already crashed 27%. It's absolutely horrible stuff. And what a lot of people don't realize is that after these big dips down, at least what we've seen in recent years is very sharp returns in terms of stock price, right? The stock price typically returns rapidly. I mean, even looking back into 2015, you saw we were declining for several months and then very rapid growth after that period, right? You can look back even at 2008, right? 2008 and 2007 were horrible years for the stock market, massive recession. And then we did have a fairly steady growth period after that. You know, it took about a year, but we got back up to where we were just about. A lot of the time, these smaller market cap stocks can be incredibly volatile, and it absolutely sucks to be selling at the bottom, especially, and it sucks, I'll admit, to be holding them at the bottom, right? It does not feel good to be looking at your portfolio and see how much it's down over the past couple of months. That's not fun at all. But I think what makes the difference oftentimes between a good investor and a bad investor is the ability to look back at the past and to look into the future as well, right? To expect what might be going on in the future and not to get caught up in the moment, right? You don't want to get caught up in the moment and see that times are bad and see that your portfolio is down and decide to cut your losses then and there, right? Oftentimes, I mean, not financial advice. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. But in my opinion, the good investors tend to stay in the market, right? They don't get scared out. They just keep buying more. And they end up building out these massive positions over the long term that, sure, they can fluctuate greatly over these short spans where the market does have a nasty habit of falling very rapidly. But over the long term, you can see that it does tend to come back. And, that's just my opinion. Obviously, there's a first time for everything. This could be the market crash to end all market crashes, right? It could be the market crash that never ends, that always perpetually moves down. I just personally don't think that's going to be the case. I personally don't think it's a great idea to be selling right around now. That's, of course, just my opinion looking back at what's been going on in the past and trying to look a little bit further forward into the future, right? Past these tough times. That's just my opinion, not financial advice. If you guys appreciate it, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And other than that, guys, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.